Hey everyone, welcome back to another video here on the channel. And if you're like, whoa, you look kind of similar, well, A, hopefully it's because you've seen one of my videos before. B, if it's because last video I was wearing this exact same shirt, and the beginning of last video I was in the exact same room with the exact same face, and the brine shrimp hatchery was still going on at the exact same rate. It's because we actually have 2 rehomes today. So last episode, you need to go check it out. It was pretty cool. We needed that thing to rehome what we're getting, and this one we're just gonna need a bucket, but I'm still pretty stoked about what we're gonna be rehoming. So we have 2 rehomes, and in this video what I'm gonna add, and since the other one's kind of got an important big thing that happened, we might be getting some more free plants as well. Haven't really heard from the dude, so maybe, who knows, we'll see, but they're free. You know, you get some, you don't, who cares? Not gonna really care either way, because if I don't get them for free, I'm just gonna order them. But we're gonna go ahead and get on the road. I'm gonna load up the 2 totes. I'm gonna load up the towels and all of the other stuff that I usually bring, and we'll take it from there. So glad you guys are along for the ride. It's gonna be a fun one, so make sure to strap in. And if you do find yourself enjoying this, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and come back for more. Definitely check out the other video from last week if you have not seen it. It's probably one of my most unique rehomes so far here on the channel. So I'm excited, glad we're gonna be able to give them a forever home. So let's strap in. Okay, me and my sweaty, this is YouTube. I don't want to upset the YouTube overlords. Me and my sweaty self. We've done it. We've done it. We've done the secondary rescue. I'm shooting this and the last video in tandem, so if you're like watching these 2 back to back and you're like, whoa, these videos seem very similar. They are, but in a good way, because, you know, we're doing good things. This person I've now gotten multiple fish from. If you guys have seen the angelfish rescue, the 2 of them, not rescue, rehome. There's a big difference between a rescue and a rehome to me. These have all been rehomes, but my, yeah, the 2 angelfish, the ones that are pregnant right now, those 2 we got from this woman, and then also Max and Perry, the beloved animals that they are. Man, they're just, Max is one of my favorite fish that I own. But let's get back on the road. Took a little bit longer than I thought, so let's get it going, and we'll see you back at the house. Yeah, okay, so this is what we're gonna do real quick, because it is currently past 11, I think it's like 11:30, and if you haven't seen last episode, it just, things kept happening in like a good way. But I highly encourage you to go check out last episode, because things ended up just getting crazy. I'm not sure how many times I've already said this in this video, because my day started at 5:45 and it's 11 right now, and a lot of things have changed for the better in a good way, but a lot of things have changed. So yeah, what I'm gonna do now is I'm actually going to transfer the black skirt tetras into the net. I'm gonna go put them in the 20 high that's inside, and then tomorrow we'll see a little bit more about them, see how they're schooling, see how they're doing, because I want to get them out of this bucket that they've been in for a little while now, because I'm also working on the other stuff for what's happening. So yeah, I'm excited, but stay tuned. Okay. So, if you saw last video, then you know that there was a little bit of a weird time gap, where I said I was gonna show you guys the fish the next morning, lied, and I actually showed you guys the fish the next, like the day after. We got the fish on Friday, and right now is Sunday. But if you didn't see that video, go check it out. I think I've said that like 16 times in this video, who knows, just because I've recorded these clips so far apart, but yeah, we've got the fish into their new aquarium. Now this is not their forever home. This is just going to be where they live for the time being. But it's early, and to be honest, I have a very packed day. So we're going to quickly go ahead and turn the light on real quick, and then give them a second to adjust. Okay, let's flip the camera around, and boom. So these are black skirt tetra. So if you remember, oh my gosh, this stupid suction cups came off of that. But if you remember from when we first talked about this 20-gallon, it had 6 neons, 2 albino cories, 4 of those cories that are in the back there. I will never remember their name. And then it had that Buenos Aires tetra. It had 1 black skirt, and it had, if I can get a good angle on it, that gorgeous Serping. Now, with this tank, why I'm even mentioning all that is because tetras are supposed to be kept in groups. So, nothing against keeping them as one. Dogs are technically pack animals. Oh yes, that one was one of the oddball ones. But nothing against keeping, animals in one pairs. But it's best, if applicable, to go ahead and keep them in multiples. But basically, the person that we got Max and Perry from, and the 2 angels that are breeding, again, breaking down their fish room. So they had this school of black skirts. So I was like, oh hey, I've got 1 black skirt. And this was after I'd ordered the 10 that are in quarantine right now. So eventually we're gonna have a school of potentially 21 black skirt tetra, which is pretty awesome. And there is 2 oddballs, so to say, in this this school that she was telling me about. That one right there is missing an eye. So like Max, his eye is kind of just deformed and sunken, but this one is like full on missing that eye. And then this one is either pregnant and about to pop with eggs, or has bloat. Now, just by looking at it, I'm going to assume bloat and probably not pregnant, because my understanding is that black skirt tetras, quite like neon tetras, are egg scatterers. I could be wrong on that. I'm still doing more research, and the little amount of research that I've done suggests that. But this one's so beautiful. It's like a long fin, the one that just went into the little hide there. It's a gorgeous fish. But basically, I'm either going to treat it for bloat, which is really just kind of a, see what happens, maybe add some freshwater aquarium salt into it. But this one's pretty chunky. But the one with no eye, it kind of looks menacing. Like, I believe it's this one. Yeah, it is. It's like scary. It looks like a ghost fish. But all in all, I think they look pretty happy in here. This aquarium is maybe a little overcrowded at this point, but I've got a hang-on back filter and a large sponge filter. That thing filters 40-gallon aquariums. So I think we're pretty good with the filtration. It's pretty over-filtered on this aquarium. I do want to put some live plants in there, but I am monitoring the levels, and everything's been going pretty well. Have not had a spike in the past day since I've added them. So all should be good. The neons are a little skittish. As you can see, we've got some neons underneath that tree and a couple of neons in there, just because they're always been the small, the small fish of the aquarium. But yeah, all in all, it's pretty good. But eventually, these 11, the 10 that she had, the 1 that we had, these 11 plus the 10 that are growing out in the quarantine tank, they will all eventually be in one big school in either a 55 or a 75, and it'll be 21 of them just swimming around, happy as can be, with who knows what other fish in there. Definitely some cories, but yeah, it's going to be a pretty cool community aquarium, and it might be that one, because I don't know what I'm going to do with that one yet. And it might just turn into a community aquarium, because that Oscar, if you remember, and the Pleco are eventually going to go into stock tanks. So that's going to be a free 55. The 75, probably going to be goldfish, just because my girlfriend really wants some nice fancy goldfish, and not fancy, but like we're talking Oranda, I think it's an Oranda, lion chew, like the actual breeds of fancy, not just what is deemed a fancy goldfish. But yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy. I know I did. I'm just glad that we were able to yet again successfully help out this person, just because I can only imagine what it feels like trying to break down a fish room of hers that she has so many different animals in that she's bred or she's, you know, come to love, and needing to get them new homes, but also like not knowing the person necessarily. And apparently when I went to get Max and Perry, just the 5-gallon buckets that I had with the what's it called, the not the air stone but the air pumps, it was like the best setup that she'd ever seen when someone comes to get her fish. And then the angelfish, you know, same thing, came with the same setup. She was happy enough to hold them for me for the time being. And then these black skirts, same thing. I saw it go up and I was like, oh, hey, I've got one black skirt that needs a school, because the other 10, you know, this one can't be introduced to those for a little while because those need to grow out. And not next video, but the video after, y'all need to stay tuned, because that video is going to be all about why you should quarantine your fish. Because I've had those fish for 2 weeks, and I'm just now seeing signs of illness. And if those fish were dispersed into all of the different tanks that they were going to be put into, who knows the havoc that could have wreaked. So just something, food for thought. But until next time, hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and I will see you in the next TOAIKO video.